Wenyenchi, Happy New Year. How are you doing? I hope you're okay. Now, a day before yesterday, the majority leader and the member of parliament for Kikuyu constituency in Kiambu County had an interview with NTV, that is Nation. And I watched the whole 1 hour, 30 minutes interview, and towards the end, something caught my attention. He said that in 2027, William Ruto will get even more votes than what he got in 2022. That they'll be better, they'll have a better stake. So I want us to listen into that part when he said that. Then from there, we'll do a little analysis.
2027 is fast approaching. Yes, 2027 is fast approaching. We've seen a lot of politics right now. Broad-based is really established. And this is creating, from political observers, this places the Mount Kenya region, especially those supporting President William Ruto, at a place where you risk losing a lot from this particular government. The reason I'm saying this, there is a fear that you may not be able to deliver the region as was delivered in 2022 to President William Ruto, and other regions will deliver, thus key positions will go. One of the positions that are being discussed about is the deputy president position. As a leader in Mount Kenya, are you scared? As a leader in Mount Kenya, are you scared?
Why would I be scared if I didn't get scared in 2022? Remember 2022, we had a bigger push in the Mount Kenya region with a sitting president who wanted his own succession line. And he had all the means, all the resources, but we never got scared. We pushed our fort and we pushed our agenda with the people, and the people bought that agenda and they voted overwhelmingly for William Ruto. I believe, solidly and convincingly so, that 2027 will be better in the Mount Kenya region for William Ruto than 2022.
Really?
Yes, it will be better than 2022. I tell you that without flinching an eyelid, Ibrahim, because I know the people of Mount Kenya. There was an attempt to poison them with negativity and the politics of hatred. And I think from the Bere North by-elections you've seen, we have been vindicated that the ethnic politics, the politics of hatred and negativity, as much as it had been used to poison our people, the people are coming to the realization that things are not as they are being said. That we were told, oh, your roads will never be done. Even this large fund of a housing levy fund will never build anything in Mount Kenya region. The people can see. They are not blind. They listen to people hurl insults of Kasongo, one term must go, Kasongo this, Kasongo that. No substantive agenda for the people. That is what the people of Mirage North observed and voted for Amudhende and UDA. Trust me, and I've been in this space long enough, longer than those who are propagating those things. They found me in this space. We tutored some of them, even on what to say, even on what to debate. We know them. They just hollow, they talk great, talk big things, but they are very hollow inside. Trust me, the people of this region will make the right decision when the time comes, just like the people of Mirage North did, the people of Malava did, the people of Banisa did, the people of Magarini did, and the rest of the country. Two, we are not worried. We are not worried.
When asked whether ODM was giving them pressure, he said as Mount Kenya, they don't have pressure. They have their stake in government. ODM is coming from outside government and they're already in government. This got me wondering. So these ODM sycophants that have been shouting, we are in government, if the majority leader himself would say that ODM is coming from outside government, yet they are already in government, what does he imply? These people this is the government itself saying ODM is not in government. So what are the likes of Wanga and Badi who've been saying that ODM is in government? Anyway, that's not the point. Let's watch that point where I said ODM was in government. Then now we do the full analysis. The analysis mainly is about the Mount Kenya and whether or not Ruto will receive more votes from Mount Kenya in 2027.
No. We are on top of our game. Relax. Right, we will deliver our numbers. We pray that ODM will come to work with us. They deliver their numbers. Remember, they are coming from outside. We are already in government.
Now, majority leader Kimani Ichung'wah went on NTV, a national television, and confidently declared something that shook the political Mugu. He said, and I quote in spirit, Mount Kenya will vote for Ruto in 2027 more than it did in 2022. More. Not same, not slightly less, but more. And when a politician says more, we must pause, sip tea slowly and ask, is this confidence or campaign optimism on steroids? So today, we are breaking this down with facts, numbers, logic, humor, and Kenyan vibe. No propaganda, no insults, just political truth served hot like roadside mutura. What really happened in 2022? Let's start with facts, not vibes. In 2022, Mount Kenya gave William Ruto an overwhelming victory across the region. Ruto got about 2.9 million votes. That was roughly 77% of the Mount Kenya vote. That is not a small number. That is not casual support. That is political marriage with a big traditional wedding and cows paid in full. Mount Kenya was Ruto's engine, not a spare tire. So when Ichungwa says more, we must ask, more than 77%? More than 2.9 million votes from the same voters or new ones? Because politically, once you are already at 77%, you are not climbing a hill, you are climbing a tree with no branches left. Can you really do better than 77%? Let's be honest. At 77%, you've already eaten almost the whole goat. What's left? Bones, soup, and small talk. To increase that number, Ruto will need either new voters or even stronger loyalty from same voters. Now here's the problem. Mount Kenya voters are economically sensitive, highly vocal, extremely impatient with leadership performance. This is a region that voted out Kibaki allies, turned on Uhuru, shifted alliances fast when expectations weren't met. This is not a region that says, kisha vote, hata kama maisha ni ngumu, tutangoja tu. No. Kenya is like a landlord. If rent delays, they change the tenant. The economic reality. Now let's talk economy, because elections are won in wireless, not WhatsApp groups. Since 2022, cost of living is high, taxes have increased, fuel prices fluctuate like weather. Hustlers are hustling, but some are hustling harder just to stay in the same place. And Mount Kenya voters don't just complain casually. They complain loudly in markets, in churches, and on vernacular radio. So the question here becomes, will voters say things are tough but let's give him more support, or let's still support him but with conditions? Because Kenyan voters rarely punish immediately, but they reduce enthusiasm. And reduced enthusiasm doesn't always mean losing the region. Sometimes it means lower turnout, less margin, less excitement. The Gen Z factor. Here's the wild card Ichungwa didn't talk about Gen Z. By 2027, millions of new voters will be voting for the first time. These voters don't vote by tribe, they vote by issues, vibes, anger, and hope. And Gen Z is not impressed by tulipambana, tulisaidia huyu, tulipigana system. They want jobs, lower costs, digital opportunities, accountability. Mount Kenya has a huge youth population. If Gen Z show up and says, we are not voting the way our parents voted, then suddenly 77% becomes very hard to repeat, let alone increase. Then we have opposition and internal politics. Another issue, Mount Kenya is no longer politically united. There are internal rivalries, leaders fighting for relevance, others positioning for post-Ruto politics, and remember, Mount Kenya votes with power calculations in mind. If voters feel they are losing influence, their leaders are being sidelined, or they are being taken for granted, they don't necessarily vote against you. They just don't give you extra enthusiasm. Politics is like relationships. When love cooks, people don't shout, they just reply, okay. So, is Ichung'wah lying? No, but he is campaigning early. What Ichungwa is doing is sending a message of confidence, locking down Mount Kenya psychologically, warning opponents. This region is still taken, but confidence is not evidence. As of now, there's no credible data, no opinion poll, no statistics showing Mount Kenya's support for Ruto is higher than 2022. At best, Ruto may still win Mount Kenya, but winning more than 77%, that's a tall order, even for us. Very skilled political balancer. So let's conclude clearly. Will Mount Kenya vote for Ruto in 2027? Yes, very possible. Will it vote more than in 2027? There is no evidence to support that claim. Is Ichung'wah lying? No, he is selling confidence, not data. In Kenyan times, this is like a trader saying, next season biashara itakuwa moto sana. It might, but let's wait for the receipts. That's his story for today. Do you think Mount Kenya will increase Ruto's vote, maintain it, or quietly reduce it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for real political analysis. No insults, no propaganda. That's truth. Until next time, politics ni mchezo wa si kelele. Thank you.